Well, good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday to everybody. Welcome to another episode of the King's Talk podcast. And I am your host and your proprietor of the Kingpin Talks podcast, Mr. Dunn, the Kingpin himself. We are so happy and we're so elated that you guys have joined us on tonight. This is my co-host, none other than AK, Anthony Connolly, aka Mr. Playoff Tone, regular season tone mode, uh, all the modes. How you doing today, my brother? How you doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Excited to be here talking with you. So ready to chop it up.
Me too, man. Me too. I'm glad that you was able to join us, man. I'm able that we was on glad to do this stream on tonight, man. Many things prevented us from trying to have this stream last, a couple of weeks ago. We were scheduled to have this stream, but also my body just want to catch the cold and I couldn't hardly walk. But
Hey,
God is a healer, man. So I'm back. I'm 100%. What's up, my brother Empire Jeff? What's up, my brother? What's going on, man? Good to see you, man. I see you out there grinding. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. But other than that, man, we back, we back in the flesh. We back full force. So on tonight, we got a very hot topic for y'all. We're gonna be talking about the habit of oversharing on social media. The topic is the habit of oversharing on social media. What's up, Nate? My brother, man.
what up, Nate?
He out there doing some things right now. He was supposed to be on the stream with us on tonight, but Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, we here throwing alley-oops to each other. So we gonna handle it on tonight until our partner in crime comes back doing what he got to do. But back to the topic at hand. Yeah, man, on social media, we already know with social media, it's a bunch of oversharing. It's a bunch of things that people just share on social media that necessarily don't have to be known to the world. I get it when something happens in your life, you really want to testify about or tell the world about, whether you got a new job or a new car, a new house or whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you start telling folks at 9:32 a.m. You in the shower, what type of soap you using, and all this type of stuff. Nobody want to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear all that stuff. Telling us what type of seasoning you used in your food. Like nobody want to hear all that. So we're gonna talk about that on tonight, and we're gonna throw some factors out there that you could be doing that is oversharing. So hopefully on tonight by what we're doing, um it could shine some light on you, to make you feel like, hey, I might be oversharing, don't even know it. So at this time I'm gonna give it over to Anthony, and I'm gonna let him get his comments and stuff off as we dive into this stream.
Yeah, man, it's a good one. I know we've been planning on talking about this topic for a good while now. And social media is great. It gives you an opportunity to, build a community with other people based on, having similar interests, which that is all well and good. But it definitely, like you said, it can reach a point where oversharing can be dangerous. Um, especially a lot of people who are out here claiming to be your friend aren't necessarily your friend. One great example I always think of is, and it's unfortunate, kind of, where society is right now, but, people putting, RIP to important people that they've lost in their bio on social media. And then they get into an argument with someone and that's the first thing that the other person goes to,
Right.
saying something bad about that person, or that's why such and such or so and so is no longer with us, and it's unfortunate, but you just got to be careful with what information you put out there, for that reason. And like you said, I think um, we've reached this point where people just want to kind of give a full breakdown of their entire day.
Right.
Not everyone is interested in seeing all that information about you.
Right. Yeah.
So you just gotta be careful and make sure that the information that you're sharing is the appropriate information that you should be sharing.
Right.
and that the people that you're sharing it with are actually invested in hearing that information or seeing that information. So
Yeah, man, that's all facts, man. 100% I agree, definitely agree with you, Social media, man, it can be an advantage and a disadvantage. It can be powerful and it can be proven as a weakness. Social media has really emboldened a lot of people to be who they really not behind the keyboard. Um, you
100%.
know, I've seen many times people trying to set up fights, behind social media, drop your location, pull up, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Meet me with the hands. And it's like, it's not even that serious, man. Like, this is social media. And we see many people taking this thing called social media so seriously that is people are willing to die for social media. They willing to die for this clout. They willing to die for the appeal of being something behind this keyboard that they're not, man. Is really
Mhm.
sad, man. And what really prompted this title, this topic tonight was the whole Kiki Palmer situation. Her boyfriend, ex or whatever. I really haven't paid too much attention to it. But what he posted on social media about her, doing what she did at the Ursha concert and all that stuff. I mean, I for one, um, I feel like he shouldn't have said that on social media
Yeah.
because first of all, you don't allow people that you don't know personally in your business like that. I feel like that something like that should have been handled behind closed doors. It should have been handled in-house. I'm not a fan of putting what you guys are arguing about on social media. I don't do that in my own personal life. Not once have I went on social media and talked about what me and my wife got into an argument about, because that stuff is going to happen in-house. You will never know about that, and we'll walk out here acting like ain't nothing happened because we done squashed all that, in closed doors. But it really just shows how much dependability that people have given to social media. If it's not done in social media, then you're not doing it at all. And it's like nobody don't really care about that. We all have our own lives to live out here. We all have issues that we're trying to overcome. We all trying to live life. And the last thing that we want to do at the end of the day is invite all these people that we don't even know about into our personal business. Like, I get it. We have podcasts, we have bloggers, we have all this stuff, some that we're doing even at this moment, but we're not, telling you what we just ate at 7 or 8 p.m. We not tell you what we just ate for dinner, all this stuff. I feel like all that is just, it's unnecessary. It just causes unnecessary distractions, unnecessary attention. And we really have to be careful, like you were saying before, bro. We have to be careful what we put on social media, because not everybody, like you saying, you made a great point. Not everybody on social media is your friend. I've ran through that so many times. I'm pretty sure you have seen that so many times, that some people have come to you on social media as your friends. They'll never leave you. They'll never talk about you in a negative way. And come to find out, behind your back, they done blocked you. They done did this. They done did that. And it's like, whoa, man! Like, you just told me you was my friend. Like, what happened? And people on social media, some people on social media, they only around you just to have what you got. And they're not really there for who you are. They're not there because they love you. They want to succeed. They don't want to see you succeed. It's just because of what you have. And yeah, man, you made some great points. My bro said, sadly, you have some folks who overshare because they're not happy internally, so they need people to validate their life. Ooh, bro,
That's a really good point.
that's a really good point right there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you come in on that one, then I'm gonna come in on that as well.
Yeah. I mean, um, I think some people, they go about building a community online because they haven't really been able to build a community in their personal life. And so, like Nate just said, it's like they're looking for validation from others in order to pump themselves up and make themselves feel better about what's going on in their lives, because they don't really have anybody to celebrate it with, personally, whether that be family or friends or, whatever. And so, like you said, there's a lot of people out here who, they're doing things for clout. They're doing things to, increase the number of followers that they have, to make it seem like they're popular. or to seem like they have a bunch of people who agree with what they say. But in reality, a follow doesn't mean anything. Like just because someone follows you, you and I are both seeing, like you were just saying, that people that follow you that you would consider to be your friend on social media, um, they're really not in reality, and you eventually see the light about that. Not that you can't find friends on social media, but you just have to be careful with your vetting process that you're doing, just to make sure, because it's very easy to make it seem like you care about somebody, especially online, but in reality, you may not necessarily, they may not necessarily feel that way. So,
Yeah, that's true right there, bro. That's true, man. That is so true. And what we starting to see nowadays is that people just feel like they whole lives, don't have no meaning unless they overshare on social media,
mhm.
unless they tell everybody their business. And like like my brother was saying, they not that all that comes from internal unhappiness. And it's like they need to realize that there's more in this world than just posting and clicking and liking and sharing and all this stuff. Like there's more to life than that. Go outside. Like people say, touch grass. I don't know where that phrase came from. That's a true fact. Go outside, go to the park, go to the movies, all this stuff that you can do out here in the world, but you want to stay, you want to stay to yourself. You want to just hide behind the phones and clicks and likes and shares and all this stuff, and just looking for validation. Once again, looking for validation from people that you don't even know personally. Like you don't know these folks, you don't know what type of lives they live in. I get it. Some people have their mom, as Facebook friends, social media friends. Some people have friends on social media. Some people have spouses on social media. I got my mom on social media, my wife on social media, things of that nature. But at the same time, um I'm not looking for those people to validate me. I validate me. I live for me. You know what I'm saying? God validates me. So I'm not out here on social media trying to be something that I'm not, just to appease the other people, just to, please people that's not even in my house. Why am I out here oversharing? Why am I here telling folks, oh, I fed my dog this today? You know, like nobody cares about that, why am I here telling people about how much I make on my job? Nobody cares about that. We all out here making money. We all out here got bills to pay, and we don't need to depend on people to validate us. So, very very key points right here, man. And is we have to realize that social media is not life. I don't care what anybody says. Social media isn't your life. You know, um, I don't know this new trend. I feel like it done died down, but there was a trend I saw like a month or two ago where people out here were just acting like they were emoing and sending in different emojis
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff. I'm like, is this what we doing now? Like
yeah.
this what you doing all day? And it's like social media has really um it has really decreased the dependency for interaction on a personal scale. I remember the days where we used to hang out. We used to go to the mall, walk in the mall. We used to go to the movies. We used to even go grocery shopping. Nowadays you can order your groceries, and you can stream movies and all this stuff. There's no need for theaters anymore. So um social media has really really just it's really morphed how we interact with people. And I feel like when we overshare, the habit oversharing on social media, it really deteriorates the actual progress of having that face-to-face interaction. So um yeah, man, this social media thing is dangerous, and it really don't serve in the purpose if not used in the right way. So anything you want to share so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think that really started to become more apparent to me about the oversharing thing is when people started sharing like these super embarrassing moments like their most super embarrassing moments, like whether they fall or just, and some of it just being totally inappropriate and stuff that should never see the light of day. But I scroll up and down my timeline, and I see people experiencing these embarrassing things, and their first thought is, I'm gonna go on social media and share it so I can have this viral moment, and maybe I can build this, this social media following and turn into some sort of social media celebrity. And it's like, I don't know. I've never been that thirsty for attention to where I feel like I need to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
And I
and I,
kid,
oh,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro, but I
no, you
kid you
good.
not. It goes back to the whole you remember I'm pretty sure you remember this. The lady who shared on social media that she used gorilla glue in her hair.
Yes, exactly. It's funny you say that. I was just watching a video, and it wasn't her. It was another woman who said something about mixing a little bit of super glue in your wig glue, and she's on like TikTok trying to pull the hair off. And I'm like, why is your first thought to record this on your phone and share it on social media? Like, and I felt terrible for that woman because I mean, it looked terrible, like the process that she had to go through in order to get that actually removed out of her hair. But again, why would you do that in the first place? Why would you use gorilla? Why would you put gorilla glue in your hair?
See, and that's why I'm I don't feel sorry for her because it clearly says, I'm pretty sure it says on the back of that gorilla glue bottle, don't use on skin, period.
Oh yeah,
Like it
thousand
don't
percent.
use on skin. And my
Mm-hmm.
thing is, okay, so one, you're using a product that's not meant for, human consumption, such as hair, skin, whatever. You already know not to put it on there. Two, she didn't see what happened to the last person that used gorilla glue in their hair, about what happened. They had to go to the hospital and get it surgically removed.
Yeah,
Who she now has tons of followers. I don't know why. That it's like the most stupidest, dumbest thing that people get, and they get all these followers. They get
yeah,
so much clout. They get so many followers, so much money. But when some people come on here talking logically, they give you stuff that you should know about, and hardly nothing.
yeah.
Not
Well,
not a peep.
it's it's like it's like people. It's like there's a car accident that happens, and you see the traffic back up because people are looking instead of focusing on the road. That's exactly what it is. It's like
Yeah,
people want to see the car crash. They want to see the train wreck.
right.
They want to see the bad outcome, And it's like when these viral moments happen, it's like people know what they're doing. They
Yeah,
create you know Instagram accounts, and it's like they'll lock the page, and they'll be like, hey, follow me if you want updates on this situation and what's happening. And it's all there's a lot of thought that goes into it, and people just fall for it every time. And like you said, it can be the most silly, unimportant thing. And you'll have somebody that goes from not having an Instagram account to having hundreds of thousands of followers over the course of a couple of days. But people who are actually out here sharing valuable information that people can use on a daily basis to better themselves or better their lives, or
ain't nobody bats an eye.
whatever. And it's like people aren't really invested in that.
No,
So
it's like the stupidity attracts them, and
yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's how humans operate, unfortunately.
salute to you, LOE. Salute, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you on here. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, man. Before I say what I got to say, I'm just gonna post this by my bro again. He says, "Do you feel that social media has killed communication skills for some people? They would rather post and talk."
Oh
Absolutely,
yeah,
100%.
1000%. Yeah.
Um, social
Pe-
media has totally decimated all social communication because if I can, the quickest way the quickest way for me to communicate is to text.
mhm.
You know, nowadays people don't even want to call. They don't even want to have a phone call. They want to they want to text, they want to post, they want to send a message, all this stuff. Like social media has really disintegrated what social skills was really all about. And it has broke down communication skills, even in the actual I don't know what they call abbreviations, IDK,
Yeah.
LOL,
Mhm.
laughing. I think it's LMAO.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to using the actual words? Like you using acronyms, you use abbreviations now, and that lets you know that social media has really broken down and disintegrated what communication was really built on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely agree with that. How about you, bro?
Yeah, I mean, 1000%. Just like you said. I mean, think about it when we were younger in high school. Going to the mall and walking around and seeing other young people in your same age range and just talking to people, and that doesn't really happen. I think even a better example of that or another example of that is dating. Like men don't men don't approach women and ask them for their numbers anymore. They slide in the DMs.
Slide the DMs.
Yeah, they slide in the DMs. And, technology. You used to have to. Maybe you would go to the club or you would go to where people were in
Right,
order to try to find a potential partner.
right.
And now it's like technology. You're connected to all these different people, and it's like literally, I can just message somebody randomly, message a woman randomly, and try to make something happen.
All these dating apps out here, Christian mingle,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
farmers mingle, I can't it was some old ones back in the day I can't even think of. But yeah, man, even in the dating apps, that has really given a shortcut to dating now. Like, gone are the days where you just go up to a woman asking for her number. You go up and try to know about the woman. She don't post her whole track record on the dating app, and then sometimes they ain't even true because you get catfish.
Yeah.
So that's another
Don't
way
it,
that
don't
social
even talk.
media
Yeah,
has
don't.
totally
That's a whole nother thing we could do a
that's
we could do a stream on.
LOE said, then you meet them in person, have a convo, and find out it was a total waste of time. Exactly, man. Social media has encouraged lying
Oh,
on the
for sure.
on the imaginable scale. Like you can lie on social media. You can find a picture online and say, "Oh, I'm 6'5", 250 pounds, all muscle chiseled." And all of a sudden you just find 5'11", 400 pound dude, and it's like, oh, like you know. So social media, man, it really has. And I know we not talking about oversharing. We talking about oversharing, but we talking about social media too, man, because this all plays a part in it as well, man. Social media has really encouraged people to lie. It's encouraged people to put up this facade that, hey, this is who I really am, but who you really are behind when the cameras go off, when you turn off your phone, like you're a wreck. And you need to work on that. Let's see. KD Bailey says, I feel like social media has definitely changed relationships. People will share info to social media that they won't even share with their partner. Ooh, that's
That's
a
a it's a
good
really
one,
that's a really
man.
good point. Yeah, that's a
That's a
really good
good one,
point.
man. I'm gonna let you come in on that one, bro. Like, ooh, I can go on all day about that one
Yeah,
for real.
I listen to this podcast pretty regularly, and there's a segment of their show where they have voicemails where
Mhm.
listeners can basically call into a number and they can say whatever, but a lot of it sometimes it comes down to relationship type questions,
Yeah.
and it's like, why would you feel more comfortable asking strangers their opinion on what's going on in your relationship versus actually having a conversation with the person you're in a relationship with? That doesn't make sense,
No, it don't.
not at all.
Nah.
So and I think that's a red flag right there. If I don't have enough trust in my partner to where I can go to them and talk about anything, whatever the issue might be,
Mhm.
there's something going on there. There's a bigger issue there for sure.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, just like KD said, it's crazy out here. I mean, it's like Let me ask you this question: Would you invite a stranger into your house?
Hmm. No.
So yeah, so
I
I
don't
feel
know this
like
person.
yeah, that's what going back to the the Kiki situation. It's like uh, and he overstepped in that, like you said earlier, but
Mhm.
that's what he did. He basically invited hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of strangers to comment, the opportunity to comment on what's going on in his relationship.
And you saw the discourse that it caused between
Exactly.
male and female.
That's a whole
You know,
nother
you
part of
got
it.
you got females out here saying, "Oh, well, she's a grown woman. She
Yeah,
could do whatever she want to do. You know, she ain't really committed to him. Ain't like she married and all this stuff. And she can wear what she want to wear. She pay all
yeah,
the bills. And then you got men over here saying, "Well, my wife ain't go. If that was my wife ain't gonna wear that around the house."
exactly.
Which
Yep.
I agree with. My wife ain't never gonna walk out of here with that
Hmm.
on. You know what I'm saying? But you see the discourse, and it's like all that happened because of one person decide to go on social media and, like you said, invite all these people in the house that they don't even pay no bills in your house. They don't they don't live in your house, they don't sleep in your house, they don't even know you. They don't know you from a can of paint. They just know you because you're Kiki Palmer's boyfriend or ex or whatever. And now she done took all that. Now she on a whole album cover with Ursula. So who's to say that she used her and the boyfriend used all this for clout? Now
Exactly.
y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all
Yeah.
done gave them power to be like, oh man, they talking about this. So let's feed on this, like this, let's capitalize on this. So it's like, why are we giving so many people, like you were saying, why are we giving people so much power that don't even, they're strangers to us? They don't know how we move. They don't know how you move. They don't know us from a can of paint, but yet we feel so comfortable going to these strangers about our relationships. And KD, you said a very valid point, because I have a habit of listening to I don't know if you heard them about, but on the Steve Harvey morning show, they do these things called strawberry letters, where they read letters of people, they maybe have some issues in their relationships, and they asking people what would you do, and all,
Yeah.
and asking them what would they do, like why would you
Hmm.
ask strangers what they would do in your relationship? Is your relationship, go to your spouse or your significant other and talk to them about the problem. Why are
Yeah.
you inviting strangers that don't have anything to do with your relationship into your life, into your house, and then you're going to take their advice, and you're going to cause more discord and trust in the relationship? Because first of all, you're not even going to your significant other and telling them about the relationship. You're not even telling them about the issues that's going on. But you're getting other people involved that don't even have nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
man.
it's I know, for real. It's funny, man. Like it's
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 it's crazy
crazy.
to me.
Yeah.
Like these folks don't have nothing to do with what's going on in your house. Why are you inviting these people in your house? And that's, even with the, like you were saying, I go on social media all the time, bro. I go on social media all the time, and I see all these fight videos.
Hmm.
And I remember back in my day, there was at least 2 or 3 people trying to break the fight up. Ain't nobody trying to break no
Oh no.
fight up nowadays.
First thing people do when they see a fight now, they pull that camera out. And
World star,
they used to
like
yell
that's
world
all you
star.
hear.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's like
crazy, man.
um I think that just kind of speaks to human decency. It's
Yeah,
like at one point in time, you saw two people fighting and you try to break up the fight that way no
right.
one seriously got hurt. And
Yeah,
now it's like I want to get this on camera so I can see just how hurt this person hurts the other one.
right.
And it's unfortunate, but that's just kind of where we are as a
Yeah,
society. It's like you know how the old saying goes, like bad news travels fast, and it's like these negative images, whether it be fighting or stupid relationship scenarios that people shouldn't care about or be invested in,
yeah,
and they just end up taking over the timeline because everybody's invested, everybody wants to share their opinion.
right.
um, Yeah, I did see the Jonathan Majors. Oh, I didn't see what actually happened, but I saw the post where they said he broke up a fight between two young girls. But
Mhm.
I need to actually go and look at that. But I,
Yeah,
I don't know what they'd be blasting them for. I don't know if they
right.
feel like.
but you know that was like what we was talking about earlier. Like, society nowadays, they embrace the stupidity and the
Yeah.
dumbness, and they blast and ignore the goodness.
Yep.
And that's backwards to me. Like, that's bass backwards. That's bass backwards, man. It's just backwards, man. Why would you blast a man for trying to break up the fight? Ain't that what you supposed to do? Ain't that's being a good Samaritan? Ain't that's trying to keep the peace? But it's like now the bad stuff is being praised and all the good stuff is being shamed upon. Like, like, why are you blasting the man for breaking up a fight? Like,
Yeah. I mean, the days of being a good Samaritan are kind of few and far in between. You
yeah,
you
they
really don't
fading, man.
see like you watch these videos and you see kind of bad things unfolding, and you'll just have literally people standing there in a group, like grouped up, just watching it unfold. They don't do anything to try to stop it. Don't call the cops. Whatever the situation might be, they just literally sit there and watch till the end of it because like I said before, people want to see the car crash, and it's bad out here, man. It's bad.
I kid you not, bro. My wife was telling me something that she seen on social media the other day. And I literally fell out of my seat. Like, I literally fell out of my seat. She told me that a woman put on social media that she breastfeeds her husband.
Oh gosh.
And I'm like, I'm like, what? Like, why did you feel the need to put that on there? Like, why? What would compel you to put that on social media? Like, we care about that. And my thing is, okay, it's really for babies. It's not really for adults, And you're saying that, oh, it's it brings us closer together. It's made our marriage better. Um, newsflash, newsflash, ain't no breast milk in my wife, but we're close. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you feel like we need to know that? Oh, I breastfeed my husband. It's brought us closer together. Okay.
Also, too, the dangerous part about social media, I mean, there's lots of different layers to that, but one of the most dangerous parts of social media is no matter how obscure or how weird you think something is, there will always be someone on social media who will co-sign what somebody says. Doesn't it could be the weirdest, most just something that you think nobody else can actually believe that this is okay to do. And that's the dangerous thing about social media is that you're connected to so many people, you're connected to the world, and the world being such a big place, there's going to be people out there that agree with something, regardless of how stupid or um, just out out there it might be. So
Yeah, you already know you got the weird department.
exactly.
They waiting to see something weird on social media. Let's see what somebody gonna say today that's gonna be
Yeah.
weird, and I can comment under and do this and that. It's just, man, like, social media has really caused so much discourse, and like I said, it has caused people to really overshare to oblivion. You could be a whole nother person on social media.
Oh yeah.
You could be a whole nother person. You can create all these fake accounts, all this stuff. Say you over here in Cancun and you posting pictures on Cancun and all this stuff. You're not really in Cancun, you in Atlanta somewhere in an apartment. You're not real on vacation. But, man, oversharing, man, it's something that I don't agree with. I don't feel like there's a need for it. I just feel like it causes unnecessary distractions and unnecessary attention. And you got some attention hoarders out there that's really, they always waiting to comment on something. I kid you not. Um, and I'm not opposed to people needing prayer or anything like that, because we all need prayer.
Yeah.
Um, and you want to say, please pray for my, such and such, they dealing with such and such. Hey, I ain't got no problem with that. I literally saw somebody create a flyer asking for prayer for somebody else. And I'm like, why would you create a flyer for that? I don't why? Like you had time to really sit down, get a picture of the person, create a whole flyer for this person, asking for prayer. You could do that in a post. Could have did that in a post.
Yeah.
And it's like the oversharing just calls for just over dramatics and try to really grasp on the sympathy. And I feel like that's what oversharing does as well. Like it really tried to create just this sympathy driven mentality to be, oh my God, you're going through this much. Oh my God, like you going through that. So like people don't need to know all your business. Like, I mean, people don't really need to know all that. And I just get tired of it, to be honest with you. I just get tired of oversharing. I don't feel like everything needs to be shared. Like nobody don't need to know what type of bed sheets you got, what type of lighting you got in your house. Nobody don't need to know what you like. Nobody don't need to know all that. Let's see what Nate said. They in Walmart on 85 Post in Miami, Florida. The location. For real, man. Like seriously. Like people, like social media has really given some people the lie, man, and really put this facade out here, letting them know that hey, they're this and they're that, and they're not really that, and that's really what you fall into when you overshare because you oversharing and you don't know that you being spied upon, you being scammed and all this stuff, and you wonder why your account being locked
Yep.
down and all this stuff. 'Cause
That's
you done
a
got scammed
that's
because of
another
what you don't post on social media, man.
that's another thing I was gonna say is, talking about scamming, is you have to be careful what you allow yourself to consume. Like with Twitter and the whole checkmark thing now, and how people are getting paid for engagement. Like I 100% believe people are just out there just saying outrageous, ridiculous, crazy things just to get engagement on posts so they can get paid from it. Like, and on the other side of it, oversharing on social media, people know that people love sob stories. So, how many stories have we heard about in the last several years since social media became more prominent, where people create these fake scenarios or they exaggerate a scenario and they start a GoFundMe, and it turns out that the situation isn't either isn't real or isn't nearly as bad as what they made it appear to be, just so they could hit a lick on a hit a lick on a GoFundMe. So you gotta be careful. Like I feel like when people are
Yo,
oversharing, there's a reason behind it, and it
yeah.
normally isn't a good reason. So
Right. I've seen some things on social media, bro. Like I kid you not. I've seen people in the hospital. I'm talking about with tubes in their nose, got the IV in their arm, posting, God gonna make a way. Like you could have said that without posting the picture. Like, why would you post the
exactly,
picture?
yeah,
What's
yeah.
the picture? You knew exactly what you was doing when you post that picture. You're looking for sympathy, you're looking for people to just be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm not trying to sound unsympathetic because I understand people, people be in the hospitals, they be having stuff going on. I was in the hospital a couple of years ago, dealing with COVID. So I understand. But I feel like it can be some boundaries on that. You know what I'm saying? It
Oh, for
you
sure.
could have just posted it, believe in God for healing, without the picture.
Yeah,
Nobody need to know that you was in the hospital. Um, Man, people will post their own funeral if they could. That is so true.
this is
That is so
it's
true,
real.
man.
It's
Like the
real. That's
sympathy,
real.
it's like the sympathy wave. It can be so toxic at times, man. It's like, and if people try to, and you can't call nobody out on it
Oh
because
no,
if you call them out, oh, you ain't being
you're the enemy.
sensitive,
Exactly.
you ain't
Yeah.
sensitive, you ain't being
Mm-mm.
sympathetic. Shame on you. We can say what we want to say. Like, okay, why would you do that? Like, and I'm pretty sure you done seen a while ago, bro. Like some of these funerals, like people, I've seen some funeral pictures that the person will actually they had a TV set up
Oh
and
yeah.
a video game console with them holding the controller. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why do you feel the need to do that? Like, why? Like, they they taking photos of the person actually sitting in a seat and they're dead. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
nobody want to see all that, man. Like, come on, man. Like, we gotta do better. We gotta do better, man. We don't have to share everything. And I'm not trying to come up against freedom of speech and all this stuff. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm just saying, for decency's sake, don't embarrass yourself by oversharing. Everything don't need to be told. Everything don't need to be seen. Like, nobody want to scroll down and see your bone, your arm broken to the point to where we can see your bone sticking out. Like, nobody
Exactly.
want to see all that. Some
Yeah.
people are squeamish, some people can't handle that. So nobody want to scroll down and see you in a hospital with tubes all in your nose and IV in your arm. Nobody want to see all that. Like, just say, hey, God gonna heal, God gonna move, like, and keep it moving. But I mean, that's how some people are, man. It's just it's getting out of control. It's really getting out of control, man.
Yeah, man. We need to bring back embarrassment. Like there's like it's okay to be embarrassed about things, and it's okay to not share those things that you're embarrassed about. You know, like that's a part of the human experience. So, you know, not everything that happens to you, the immediate reaction doesn't need to be going to social media to let other people know what's going on, you know, in your life.
All
But
right.
um, cloud is a danger. It's a dangerous drug, man.
Yeah, man.
So
It's really a drug, man. It
yeah,
really is. I mean, you hit the nail on the coffin. It really is a drug. And it's like the more you get, it's like the more you get, you can't live without it. Like we've been on. I'm still gonna call it Twitter. I'm not gonna call it X. You know, I'm gonna call it Twitter. You know, now they got certain people in there that you have to subscribe to see their posts, and I'm
yeah.
like, why
Ain't
do I
nobody
got to
doing that.
subscribe?
Ain't,
Like, if I got to subscribe to see your post, then ain't no use of reading it.
ain't nobody. Yeah, ain't nobody doing
Why I
that.
got to subscribe to read your post? And that tells you how much the clout has gotten, man. It's like, people would do anything to get that check mark, do people would do anything just to get the clout and keep them comments coming and keep the likes coming and the reposts coming. And it's like, it's not really that serious, man. It's real not that serious. LOE said, what about the guys who will be streaming in jail? Just no shame at all, no sense of embarrassment, and then they be having thousands of people watch. Yes, like, why are you streaming in jail, dude? Like why are you doing that? And like
But
stuff like that, man. You
they be
streaming in jail.
they be like I knew I was out of touch with kind of knowing how things go when I saw prisoners ordering Domino's, like Domino's pizza. How are you getting Domino's pizza in the cell? And then, like you said, why would you want to document that on social media so they can come back and get you for it? It's just, I don't know,
And
man.
the police department, they looking at all that. Your
Exactly.
job, they look
Like
at
they on
all of
social
that.
media too.
That and that's the bro. That's the main thing. That's one of the other things I want to touch on. You offer work. You don't called in at work. You don't called off at work sick, knowing that you're not sick, and you're gonna post
Hop
on
on
social
social
media
media.
that you and you know your job is on social media. How can you be so dumb? How can you be so stupid? And then you want to post later on. Oh, the man got rid of me again. Nah, you got rid of you. You caused yourself to get fired. Like, why would you do that?
Hey, people be friends with their nosy coworkers
Oh
on social media. And like you said, they'll be, calling in sick or whatever and then living it up somewhere, knowing that nosy coworker, the first thing they're
man.
gonna do is take that to your supervisor and show them
Yep.
exactly what you're
Yep.
doing. So
And then
people,
you know that you got a promotion or something coming on. They want your
oh
position.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, yeah,
they're gonna put you out there.
mm-hmm,
He
one
said,
thousand
I
percent.
I fired a couple of people because of that without hesitation. Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to. You got to protect the integrity of your job. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know who may be looking out here saying, oh, they just let their people just call in sick, and then all of a sudden they just They just posting and they going on vacation, they laid up, got a pina colada on the beach somewhere, and they supposed to be sick. Nah, man, get rid of them. Give them the axe, man. They don't deserve their job. They don't. Because there's plenty of people out here, and I'm being dead serious right now. There's plenty of people out here ain't got jobs, man. That's really looking for jobs. They desperate for jobs, man. It's like these people out here that does these type of things, to call in sick, you lying about your condition and everything. You're not really sick, and you just holding up space for somebody out here that really could be looking for a job. And it's like, nah, we gotta get rid of you. But
Yeah.
yeah, salute to you, LOE, man. Keep firing them folks like that, man, because keep firing. I'm like, hey, keep firing them, because they don't deserve to have a job if they doing stuff like that, man. So hey, bro, hey man, salute to you, man. Give them the axe, dog. That's why I say, let's see. KD said someone got fired from my job because they were posting at the mall. They were supposed to be working. Why, man? Why?
People tell on
Why?
themselves every day,
For
man.
real. For real. Nate said, "Don't get me started on the I can post whatever I want. What I can post what I want crowd. You can't expose everything on social media, man. Like the season of exposure is here for me. Like, hey, I'm snitching. You know what I'm saying? Call me Master Splinter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm ratting. Man, you got these people out here saying, "Oh, I gotta post what I want." I can, if I want to, post myself, shaving my doggone hairs and all this stuff, I can do that. Like, no, nobody want to see all that on social media, man. Like, save that. Then Nate said, also, if the information at your job is supposed to be confidential, social media has no business knowing it. Exactly. Exactly. I remember a job I used to work for. They said absolute no pictures at all. Absolute no pictures. That's supposed to be for every job. Every job. Because you want to have that confidentiality, because you can have some spies on there that's looking to infiltrate. And I'm being there. See, you can have spies on there on social media just looking at somewhere to hit and cause be thieves or whatever. So you gotta be careful what we post, man. We gotta be careful what we post. Can't post
Yeah,
everything.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I hate that I can post what I want, crowd. Okay, you want to go out here and embarrass yourself in front of thousands, millions of people? Go ahead, go right ahead. And I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna laugh at you. Like the girl with the gorilla, put the gorilla glue in her head. I laughed at that because I'm like, the thing said gorilla glue. It didn't say like hair glue or anything
Oh
like
yeah.
that. It said gorilla glue. And you're gonna put that in your head like that. I look, you gave me something to laugh at for that day. I don't feel sorry for you. I
I
don't.
think that whole saga was going on for a couple of weeks because she ended up having to travel to see a special doctor and all this
Yep.
other stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was a time.
Yep. Nate said you have some who post before work, at work, post work, and before self and before sleep selfie daily. Exactly, man. Like you have to post look at all this attention, all this time that you're wasting doing all these unnecessary posts. Like you putting up, oh, this is me before work, this is me at work, this is me after work, this is me about to go to sleep, this is me about to cook some eggs and some bacon and all this stuff. Nobody don't need to know all that. Just live your life.
Yep.
Live your life. There is no life in this social media. Social media is a distraction. It's a distraction. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a tool for you to be interactive with people. It can be a productive tool as well, but it can also be a distraction. It can also be something that some people just use as a way of escape, as a way of life, man. Like without my social media, I'm nothing. And it's like, why do you feel that way? Shouldn't feel that way at all.
Yeah, man. People gotta be in the moment more. People go to restaurants. First thing they do when they get their food, they take a picture of their food and they post it to social media.
I'm laughing because I've been guilty of that. I've
People,
been guilty. Now I take pictures, but I don't post them on social media. Now, I will take a picture for my own personal memoirs. I will
yeah,
take a picture of my food, but I'm not finna sit there and post on social media. I'm not finna post social media. I'm sitting here eating this good ribeye with Brussels sprouts and Nah, man. I'm taking pictures of it, but I'm not gonna put it on social media.
People
Eloise said, huh?
people go to concerts and they don't even be in the moment listening to the musician. They be in the, like with their phone just
Exactly, man.
making TikToks and all this other and posting on going live on IG. It's like, bro, just be in
Just
the
be in the
moment.
moment, man.
Yeah,
Be in the moment. You at this concert, you're the person out of like we gonna say 20 people that's at that concert. Just be in the moment, man. Listen to the music, be attentive. You want to pick your phone up, like you were saying, you want to pick your phone up, be on TikTok, Instagram. Ooh, girl, ooh, bro, look what I'm at. Like nobody cares about that, man. Like be in the moment.
yeah. Like, are
Eloise said,
you going for you, or you going for people to see
for the people.
what you're doing? Exactly. Yeah.
And
Like,
you're not getting, and unless you're real, you will know you're not getting paid for it. You're not getting paid to be on TikTok and Instagram and showing people where you are. Unless you're like really well renowned, you're getting paid for it. But most of these people here, they're not getting paid for this
nope.
at all. LOE said Elon's silly self made it worse. The stuff you can post now on that platform is ridiculous. For real, bro. For real, man. I done seen people on there post up whole porn videos. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. I done seen people on there posting people getting shot and all this type of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh man, it's crazy. It's
You
crazy.
literally see it, like you used to have to like for people that wanted to see that type of stuff. I watched the Beyonce social media.
Thank you, social media.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch Beyonce at all, so yeah, I
But
don't.
I mean, you used to have to really search for like that kind of stuff, like
Yeah,
really graphic videos.
yeah,
Now, like you said, a quick scroll of the timeline on Twitter,
yep.
and you're gonna see somebody get killed. You're gonna see a brutal fight. You're gonna see a porn video, like
It's
all in a
crazy,
matter of
man.
a couple of scrolls. So
It's crazy, man. All this, I remember the days where we had to go on LimeWire and get computer viruses on our phone, on our computers to get music and all this stuff.
exactly, yeah.
Now we can just scroll up and go on X and see what some. Well, I'm gonna go on Twitter and see what somebody done posted today. Up, let me go on Facebook. Let me go on Instagram. Like, it's crazy, man. And social media has really overshadowed the news. It's really overshadowed the news, man. For real. It's really overshadowed the news. Social media is the news. You can
Yeah,
go in there and find the weather. Cause some people gonna take videos of the weather. They gonna go in there and take videos of it raining and all this stuff. And it's crazy, man. Let's see. Nate said, girl, I know posted 56 stories. Oh, oh man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how much effort and time people really put for this meaningless stuff. But when it's time to do something meaningful, all of a sudden they ain't got no time for it. It's crazy, man. I'm
right.
having a blast just reading y'all comments, man. Like for real.
Twitter's
We
the
having a blast reading y'all comment. Twitter's where you find all the show do. Sure do. You sure do. I mean, it's crazy, man. Hey, it's crazy, man. You find everything get leaked on Twitter, man. X or whatever. Man, it's oh my god. He said shout out to them folks over there. Hey man, we not here to judge, brother. We not here to judge, man. If that's your thing, man. Hey man, we ain't gonna judge you. Nate said it's X O L O. Man, Elon, man.
it's Twitter.
It's Twitter to us, man.
I'm,
It's still Twitter. It
I'm gonna
ain't
call it.
X.
I'm gonna call it Twitter
Yeah,
forever.
it's still Twitter to us, man. And we ain't gonna call it X. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably why they share all this stuff on there, because the X, just go ahead and add 2 more X's on there. Just go ahead, man. The LOE said, man, I went on there to see a Woj bomb. I had to repent for what I put on the screen. My eyes are all violated. Bro, I do that every day, man. And it's not even intentionally, man. You just pull up, you just open the app up and
Yeah.
just boom. Like,
Hmm.
bro, no, let nobody want to see all that, man. Like Quinn said, Zia joints was needed. Come on.
Wow. Wow.
Oh man. Hey man, like we said, man, we ain't on here to judge, brother. We ain't on here to judge, man. But it's crazy, man, how social media has really expanded for the good and the bad. And the amount of content you go in there and see now is like we couldn't even see a fraction of this back in the day. Like there was more control on this stuff, and it's like they they just it just done expanded, man, for the both the good and the bad, man.
Yeah.
It done expanded. Oh boy, let's see. Nate said he right. A friend of mine was showing me an update about the Falcons and Nets too. It was a whole scene. I'm too
I'm
young
too
for
young for that. That's funny. That's funny.
that. Oh. Oh, hey man, I'm here to watch a football game. I just look on the
Exactly.
other
Yeah.
side. Whoa, wait. Oh my god, man. Shoot. It's true though. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time that people just find the time to put all this on social media. Like, we don't want to go in there and see all that. I mean, some people may want to go in there and see all that. Let me not lie. Some people do go in there and try to see all that. But other people
Yeah.
like myself, I just want to go in there and see what people post, and that's all. Um, well, yeah, man, oversharing, man, it's really is comical at times, but then at other times I'll be saying to myself, why y'all put this on here? Why did you know why was the need? What was the need? And it's like what you was talking about with the woman with the mixing the what was it, the gorilla glue and the hair glue.
Mm.
It's like, okay, in your mind, you really had time to think about what you was going to do before you did it.
Yeah.
So you got the gorilla glue, and then your mind said, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. It's gorilla glue. And you missing it with something else. You
Yeah.
missing it with something else. And then, as you grabbing your phone and you pulling up the actual app and the camera, you like none of your mind said, maybe I shouldn't be sharing this. And it's like you went through with it. You actually went through with it. And bro, I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
So
But
folks, folks' algorithm be crazy. That's why they see what they see.
that could be true too. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, at my lowest points in my life, I've never been motivated to pull my phone out and record myself crying about anything. And those videos have become more and more prevalent. Like, and there's nothing wrong with being emotional and something happens to you, like kind of working through your emotions and dealing with it.
Yeah,
But that those are the kind of videos that really give me secondhand embarrassment is watching somebody cry on camera and they're talking, going live and talking to people. Like, it's
yeah,
just, I don't know. It's crazy.
yeah. And that stuff is like Nate was saying, fats and in the world screenshots. When you post something, it can be saved, yeah, man. Once it's out there. And
Exactly.
and that's what and I feel like some people already know that. They just don't care
Yeah.
because it's all about the benefits that they can get now. The benefits that they get now, the likes, the shares, the fame, the adoration, and all this stuff, that overweighs the shame, the embarrassment, the
Hmm.
invasion of privacy that they get, during the moment. They don't really look at that stuff. Either they don't look at that stuff or they be like, eh, I really don't care about that. I just want people to look at me. And that's a shame because it really calls you when you're in that state of mind, it causes you to not, it calls you to really, not pay attention to your self-dignity, your self-respect, the self-love. It pushes that stuff out the way for you to invite all these people in your lives that don't really know you like that. And at that time, you're not thinking about the long-term damage that it's doing to yourself.
Yeah.
So instead of them looking at you as a person who's respectable, who has dignity and self-respect and all this stuff, They looking at you and be like, oh, they post anything on social media. Oh, they put themselves out there all willy nilly. I mean, whatever. And it's like I got too much respect for myself to do something like that. I got too much dignity, you know, do something like that. He said
The
that's called the
Tyrese.
Tyrese bit.
What more do you want from me?
Congratulations.
Oh man.
Oh man. LOE said I guess I'm built different. When I'm mad or sad, I'm more inclined to throw my phone instead of pressing record. That's right. When you going through stuff, man, that's a perfect time to isolate. If you don't want to isolate yourself, go to God and talk to Him because He knows what's going on. He knows what you're dealing with. He already knows what you're going to go through when even before you even get to the point. He already knows. And so whenever something's going on, I can say this, if I could, speak from a personal perspective. Whenever something's going on in my life, I don't tell too many people about what's going on in my life. I go to God about what's going on in my life. I go to my wife about what's going on in my life. And I even go to people in my inner circle about what's going on in my life. My inner circle is like, it's real small, really, really, really small. Because in my life, I've learned to not go to everybody about my problems. And in this day and age, like you were saying earlier, bro, many people don't have your interests at heart. Many people are not going to have your best interests at heart. You tell somebody something and they can go out here and tell them all you be, oh, do you know that he was going through this? Do you know that she's going through this? And that you don't know what that can really do to a person who ain't really comfortable in sharing their innermost, situations to people, and you go out here behind their back and tell other people about what they're going through, that will completely close that person up and be like, what, I ain't gonna tell nobody anything because you went behind my back. I came to you in confidence. I came to you as a person who I thought I could trust, and you went behind my back and told people about what I was going through. That can completely close somebody up. And at the end of the day, you don't want to do that. That's why even in social media, you got to be careful about who you share your problems to.
Yep.
You can't go to everybody and tell people about your problems. That's why you can't post everything on social media
Yep.
because nobody don't need to know everything that's going on in your life. It's not people's business.
Mm-hmm.
If you have those few people around your lives that you have the utmost confidence and telling about your situation, then do that. Other than that, hey, go to God about it and talk to Him about it. But don't include people, people that you don't know in your problems, and just gotta stop that as well. You know.
Yeah, I mean, people are fickle. Like the thing can quickly change from people laughing with you about these things that are
Yeah.
happening in your
Mhm.
life to people laughing at you.
Right.
And then you're just the joke. You're the joke of the day on Twitter. I've seen it happen so many times, especially people with big followings. It's like people with big followings, like they cannot wait. People cannot wait to bandwagon and jump on the bandwagon when this person gets exposed for doing such and such.
Mhm.
So it's just a matter of time, and like you said, you need to make sure that you the people that you're really sharing the information with, concerning your
Yeah.
life, that you really trust
Mhm.
them.
Right. They said low key social media ruined TV shows too. We can know the results of a show or situation months before it airs. That is so true. That is 100%. Whenever I go out, try to find a new movie to watch, or I go to the movies, I turn all social media off because I know some people will go in there try to tell about, ooh, this
Oh
happened, ooh,
yeah.
that happened. Like
Hmm.
I remember I had to do that with Black Panther. I had to do that with like the Avengers Endgame
Yep.
and Infinity War.
Yep.
Like I had to turn off all social media during that time because I know for a fact everybody and their mama was gonna be on social media talking about, ooh, this happened, ooh, that happened.
Hmm.
And we don't want things spoiled. We want to experience it for ourselves. And I get it. You want to say, oh, I went to the movies and saw this, that, this, that's that. Like we don't have like that's not the issue. The issue is that when you go on social media, you talking about ooh, this happened, ooh, that happened. Not everybody saw that movie.
Exactly.
Not everybody saw that scene. Not everybody had the experience to really go to the movies like that. And you just, unbeknownst to you, you just ruined somebody's moment. You know, let people have their moment of going to the movies and seeing that movie for themselves before you go in there and try to spoil it.
And
You
some
see?
people make it their mission to do that. They do it on purpose so they can
Yep.
try to ruin somebody's experience.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
ruining a movie before they even had the opportunity to see it. So
Exactly. Yep. Quentin said social media changed people's perceptions of reality for real. For people. I watched a dude post a Rolex and he basement warrior. Lives in grandma basement online though. He got 20 people, 20,000 people and think he's someone. That's what I was talking about earlier, man. Social media has really create a platform for liars, man. Platform for people who put up this facade that they're really something. You know, you got some people on here posting up cars and it's not really their car. They rented that car. Um, got some people on here posting up mansions and it's not real they mansion. Um, that's somebody they might have just stopped by the side of the road by the mansion, just took a picture of the mansion, but because you got some people out here that's really captivated by the person, they really believe that that's really their house and it's not really their house.
yep.
That's why you gotta be really discerned about. That's why you gotta be really discerning about what people post on social media because not everything that's posted is true. You know, there's an old saying that says, don't believe only don't believe everything that you see and only half of I think it is, don't believe nothing that you hear. Don't believe anything that you hear and half of what you see.
Yep.
You know, that saying. Don't believe everything that you see. Don't believe everything that you hear. If it's not no clear-cut evidence behind it, don't believe it. Don't believe it at all. Let's
One
see, Nate
hundred
said,
percent.
not folks posting the Airbnb as the For real, man. You got some people out here posting on Mercedes Benz and BMWs thinking that it's really their car. Nah, you just ran that for the weekend. You know you good and well went on Turo and got that car for the weekend. And you out here flexing like it's your car. Like, dude, come on, man.
And some people don't even rent the car. They be passing by the car in the parking garage and post it up on the acting like it's
Like for real, man. For real. Let's see, Jeff said social media done turn everyone to clout chase for real. For real, bro. For real, man.
100%.
For real, man. It's you know, for real. Some people go on social media, man, and they just clout chasing, man. Like, and it's sad, and it's really sad what social media has done to certain people, man. It's like the clout gets to them, the fame gets to them, and it's like, this is what I gotta do. I got to be somebody that I'm not. I got to be somebody that's fake. I can't be myself. And it's really has caused such an identity crisis nowadays that you can't even be yourself on social media. That you have to create this facade that hey, um, I'm afraid of people knowing who I really am. So I'm gonna create this facade of who I am. I'm gonna flex this and flex that. It's not really mine. And it's like there's no need for you to do that at all.
100%.
Hey Nate, there's Real Housewives vibes. P.S.
Yes, yes, yes.
He must it must be somebody that he really know. Let's see. Clout chasing equal broke. Yeah, man.
Yeah, most of the time it does. Yeah.
And I hate it when people post money on social media. Like, why are you posting all that money? Why are you posting all that? Like, why would you post money on social media? Why? Like, okay, dude, you got a whole bunch of money. Now you done told people. Now you
Mhm.
got these hackers out here that can find out where you posting from and come rob you, and you're gonna be putting up no posts. Man, they got me, man.
Or
How you got yourself?
most of the time, the hackers don't even have to do anything. They mess around and post their address by mistake, or post, you know, like something that allows you to identify where they're at. Not even thinking about it because they trying to flex, and
Right.
next thing you know, they rob. And then they got
posting
robbed.
posting the midst of real monopoly money. For real, man. And I love Monopoly, man. I love it, man. Hey, man. Side note, Monopoly. Hey, y'all be careful about the Monopoly, man. That Monopoly has been one of those games that has caused family discourse for years, man. Outside of that, dominoes and spades, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Monopoly.
Uno,
Uno two. Yep,
yeah,
Uno
that's another
two.
one.
Uno two, man. But yeah, man. As you know, as we start to wrap up, man, I appreciate all the comments, man. Y'all, these comments are really made the stream, to be honest with y'all. These comments right here. And this is what we really promote. We promote y'all to come on here and give us y'all perspective, man. And because we really want to hear from y'all. We ain't gotta, come on here for hours and hours just talking, want to hear what y'all got to say as well. We got one more question. Let me see what he said. What y'all think about Wise posting everything y'all do online? Example, going out to eat with the fam. I wouldn't know because my wife don't really do that. My wife is really she's really close. She she's not really the social media type person. She'll go in there and view, Facebook and Instagram, mainly Instagram, but to go on there and post about what we going out to eat and all this stuff, nah, she ain't really like that. Like to be honest with y'all, she don't like us. She don't like it when she don't like me posting when we at the movies. Um, because she don't want people to know out, know the location, all this stuff. And I had to
Yeah,
respect that because you got some crazy people out here that's really looking to jump somebody, to rob people, and like you got to be careful out here nowadays. You can't post everything on social media like you
yeah,
could back in the day.
yeah. People have bad intentions. You know, a lot of people have bad intentions, and I mean, my girlfriend, she'll do the same. She'll post something, but she'll normally wait until we've left the location before she makes the post.
Right.
So, oh yeah, exactly. PNB Rock. That's another example.
Yep. Yep.
Unfortunate.
RP, man. Rest in peace, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Can't post everything on social media. Turn their location off. You know what I'm saying? Turn their
Hmm.
location off. You ain't got to share your location. You ain't got to. Oh, I'm watching such and such at Beverly Hills, California. Like nobody really care about that, man. Them.
Yeah.
Just say you watching something. Why you gotta post your location? Why you gotta post your location?
And that's really, my takeaway from all this is that just be in the moment.
Yeah,
That's kind of like, the last thing I'll say on it is enjoy the moment, be in the moment.
yeah,
Even if it's special, it's like you're creating those memories. You don't have to share everything with your friends. And even if you know, do decide to document it on social media, it doesn't have to be shared in that moment. You can send it to
right.
your friends later, or the people that you're really close to. You don't have to do it right then and there. And I think
Right.
that's really the biggest lesson that people could take away from it. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, respecting Nate. He said, I respect that. Keep the great memories private. Yeah, man. Like you were just saying, bro, just live in the moment, man.
hmm
Live in the moment. I mean, I second that all day, every day. Live in the moment. This life is too it's too valuable for you to just live behind a keyboard or screen or anything like that. It's more to life than that. Don't let anybody make you feel like, oh, you got to be somebody on social media that you're not. Be yourself. There's some people out there that really loves and respect you, and they're gonna really be there for you for the person that you are. You don't have to put up this facade. You don't have to go out here and try to be somebody that you're not behind, social media. And I don't care how much the world try to promote that. You don't have to be that way. And the biggest takeaway I can tell you at the end of the day is just be in the moment, man. Be in the moment. Live the moment, like you were saying. Like just be in the moment. Live your life. Like people say all the time, go touch grass. And I'm gonna find a gist of what that truly means, but I mean literally go touch grass, literally go live life, man. Like go out to the park, go grab some ice cream, go to the movies, go skating, go bowling or something. Like you don't have to sit down on social media all day, every day, trying to figure out, oh, what can I What can I overshare today that's really gonna captivate people, that's gonna really have people out here being sympathetic of me, that's really gonna have people flocking thousands of dollars to me. Like, you don't have to live that way. You don't have to live that way. God gave all of us a life to live, and we only got one life to live. So at the end of the day, just live your life. Live your life, you know. And like I said, maybe you found, something out of this, and maybe you find yourself sometimes oversharing on social media. Stop it. Stop oversharing.
Simple.
Nobody trying to control you and try to tell you, oh, you can't post that, you can't post this. Like, you can post whatever you want. I'm just saying, if you the type of person that don't want people all in your life and all that stuff, kudos to you. I'm the same exact way. I don't want strangers all in my business. When it comes to relationships and friendships and communication, all this stuff, I'm not cool with just inviting people, all types of people in my house, strangers. I'm not cool with that. So I'm not finna go on social media and try to overshare and tell people, oh, this is where I am tonight, watching such and such at Cancun. Like, I don't want people to know I'm in Cancun. Y'all don't need to know that. Y'all don't need to know that. So yeah, man, it's been a great show, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm glad we was able to talk about this subject, because we know that this is one of those topics that was really trending, man. And I'm glad that we was able to have this discussion. And we just hope that each and every person that was watching on tonight, we want to say thank you for watching us on tonight. You could have been anywhere. You could have been in bed, or you could have been watching something else. We know that Thursday night football about to come on. We know everybody about to get tuned in, but you decided to stop here and listen to what we had to say. And for that, we say thank you, man. Y'all, the audience, y'all really make the show. It don't be us, but it be y'all that makes this show great, makes this podcast great. And we want to say thank you for each and every person that did not count a robbery to watch and leave a comment and share and subscribe and like. Um, and we appreciate y'all, man. We really do. Eloise said, great topic needs to be heard. Thanks for being brave with it. Enjoyed it, fellas. Be blessed. You too, brother. Bree too,
Oh, yeah,
man. You
appreciate
too.
you tuning in.
You too as well, man. That's my brother, man. I ain't gonna tell y'all what he did for me, because they'll be oversharing. Y'all don't need to know that. So but he really blessed me for my birthday, man. He really gave me one of the greatest gifts that I could ever get. I'm just gonna leave it like that. But yeah, that's my one of my bros right there, man. Appreciate you, bro. Um Anything you want to say, Ant, before we get up out of here?
No, man, just appreciate the engagement. You know, you know, like wherever you see a post, talking about the podcast, feel free to repost it. Again, like Don said, we're nothing without the viewers, and y'all really help the show when y'all engage with us and leave comments. So I truly appreciate it, man. Looking forward to the next conversation.
All right, bro. Well, for me to y'all have a blessed night, man. And remember, let's see, Reggie. He said when y'all getting back on. We try to do these things, once a month. So we gonna put our heads together and gonna come up with another hot topic. We'll be back on here next month, hopefully.
Sure.
But we'll be back next month. So we'll be back on here. But thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, I'm your host, Dunn the Kingpin, with my co-host, Anthony Connolly, aka Playoff Mode, Tone Mode. I'm pretty sure he ain't playoff tone mode right now. He's gonna be regular season tone mode once the next season starts for our Lakers. So which we'll be getting into as the season begins to start. We'll be back on here talking about the Lakers and everything NBA. But until then, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe out there, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.